Welcome back to Kwavebox, your go-to destination for the most heart-tugging and heart-racing moments in the world of Korean entertainment. Today, we're diving into a story that feels like a real-life K-drama, where love, gratitude, and vulnerability collide in the most unexpected yet touching way. Yes, we're talking about none other than Ye Jin and Hyun, Korea's beloved power couple, and a moment that has left millions across the globe both teary-eyed and awestruck. It all began with what was meant to be a simple appearance, a formal event, nothing particularly dramatic, right? But the moment Ye Jin stepped on stage, everything changed. As fans and media watched closely, waiting for updates on her projects or a casual glimpse into her life post-marriage and motherhood, she did something no one expected. She broke down in tears while speaking about her husband, Hyun. And those words, they will stay with us for a very long time. Imagine this. Soft lighting, a gentle breeze, a sea of fans waving light sticks and banners, and in the center of it all, Ye Jin, regal, poised, yet visibly emotional. She held the mic close, her voice trembling. "I never imagined I'd be standing here today, not like this, with a heart so full of love it hurts to speak." The crowd went silent. Phones were raised. And then she added the words that melted hearts instantly. "Hyun, thank you for everything. We'll do our best for our family." Whoa. Did anyone else just gasp? Because the internet certainly did. Let's rewind a little. The world has watched Ye Jin and Hyun evolve from co-stars in the blockbuster drama Crash Landing on You to real-life soulmates. Their on-screen chemistry had fans shipping them hard, but it was their subtle off-screen gestures that truly hinted at something deeper. Their mutual respect, quiet smiles, the way Hyun always looked at her like she was the only person in the room. It wasn't just acting. Still, when they announced their relationship, and eventually their wedding, it was like a fairy tale come true. But unlike many celebrity romances that burn fast and fade away, Binjin, as fans fondly call them, have continued to surprise us with the depth of their bond. And now, this emotional public moment just added another chapter to their already iconic love story. So, why did Ye Jin's simple words, "We'll do our best for our family," hit so hard? Well, let's unpack this together, Kwavebox fam. She wasn't just thanking her husband. She was making a promise. A vow not just in private, but in front of the world. And for someone like Ye Jin, known for being reserved and incredibly careful with her words, this public display of vulnerability meant everything. Fans online were quick to flood platforms like X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube with reactions. One fan wrote, "I've never cried watching someone speak at a press conference before, but today I did. Ye Jin is such a beautiful soul. Hyun is a lucky man." Another commented, "You can feel how sincere she is. That's real love. That's family." Others even started trending hashtags like #ThankYouHyun and #BinjinForever just minutes after the video clip went viral. Now, for those who may not know, Ye Jin and Hyun welcomed their first child, a baby boy, late last year. Since then, both have been selectively low profile, focusing on their new roles as parents. And while their agencies confirmed they were enjoying family life away from the spotlight, fans have been quietly wondering, how are they really doing? Well, Ye Jin's emotional moment gave us the answer. Her tears weren't from sadness or stress. They were from overwhelming gratitude. She spoke about late nights spent worrying about the baby's health, about the chaos and joy of being a first-time mom, and about how Hyun would stay up with her, pacing the living room with a bottle in hand just to make sure she got a few hours of rest. She smiled through tears as she added, "Sometimes he sings lullabies and they're so bad, but our baby sleeps faster that way." The audience burst into laughter, and even she chuckled at the memory. But then she added something that made hearts melt again. "He never complains. He just holds me close when I'm tired. That's love. That's what I've always dreamed of." Now, come on. If you're not wiping your eyes right now, are you even human? The emotion in that room wasn't just about her words. It was in the way she delivered them. Every pause, every shaky breath, every glance upward as if trying to collect herself, told a story of real, raw emotion. She wasn't trying to impress anyone. She was simply being honest. And in that honesty, we saw the very essence of love. But what about Hyun? Well, here's the part that turned this whole moment into something almost cinematic. Unknown to most attendees, Hyun was watching from the audience, discreetly seated in the back row. When Ye Jin began to cry, he didn't hesitate. He stood up, made his way toward her, and gently took her hand. The crowd gasped. Phones went up, and someone caught the exact moment Hyun whispered, "I'm here. You're doing great. Let's pause for a moment. Can we all just breathe?" That moment, unscripted, raw, loving, was pure magic. And fans who were lucky enough to be there say they'll never forget the way he looked at her, like time had frozen. And when she leaned her head slightly against his shoulder for a moment, that was it. Tears. Everywhere. Backstage sources later revealed that Ye Jin hadn't planned to get emotional at all. In fact, she had prepared a short, formal thank you speech. But when she saw some fans holding banners with messages like, "Your love inspires us," and "Thank you for showing us that soulmates exist," she felt overwhelmed. And that right there is the beauty of it all, fans and artists connecting in a deeply human way. Let's make this interactive, Kwavebox fam. Speech balloon, if you could say one thing to Ye Jin or Hyun right now, what would it be? Drop it in the comments, and let's create a space full of love and appreciation. Maybe, just maybe, these messages will find their way to them. As the event ended, and the couple walked out hand in hand, fans couldn't help but feel like they had just witnessed something historic. Not just a celebrity couple moment, but a glimpse into a real partnership, a love built on trust, effort, and mutual respect. And the statement that followed from Ye Jin's agency only added to the buzz. Ye Jin and Hyun are deeply grateful for the love they've received from fans worldwide. They are prioritizing family and hope to return to work with stories that reflect the love they have in their lives. That line, stories that reflect the love they have in their lives, might just hint at future projects where their real-life connection bleeds into their on-screen characters. Can you imagine a new K-drama starring both of them as a married couple navigating family life? The ratings would shatter records. But beyond the media speculation, the brand endorsements, or even the K-drama comebacks, what this moment showed us is that Ye Jin and Hyun are human first. They're not just actors. They're not just celebrities. They're parents. They're lovers. They're teammates. And when Ye Jin said, "We'll do our best for our family," she was speaking not just to Hyun or to herself, but to all of us watching, reminding us that family, love, and gratitude are what truly matter. It's rare in this industry to find moments so genuine, so unscripted, so full of emotional honesty. But when they happen, we remember them forever. And this was one of those moments. So, dear Kwavebox fam, what's your favorite Jin moment? Was it their secret glances during press tours? Their surprise wedding photo shoot that looked like a scene from a dream? Or this tender exchange that unfolded live in front of fans? We'd love to know. Love letter, let's flood the comments with love for these two and celebrate the kind of romance that doesn't just survive the spotlight, but thrives in it. From all of us at Kwavebox, thank you for tuning in to today's story. This one reminded us all why we fell in love with K-dramas in the first place. Because sometimes life really does imitate art, and it's even more beautiful when it's real. Until next time, stay kind, stay inspired, and remember, love like Jin isn't just a dream, it's proof that real love stories do exist.